Hi children, today's class 8th class physical science and we are discussing the chapter known as synthetic fibers. What are synthetic fibers and why they are known as synthetic fibers? And first of all, what is a fiber and what are natural fibers? What are synthetic fibers? All that we will discuss elaborately in this class. Fiber means a thread or a filament or a simply a small thread from which this all these plant resources or these cloths are made up of or animal resources made up of. So a fiber is a simple filament or a fiber is a simple small thread from which all plant resources or all animal resources are made up of. Now, fibers are of mainly two types: natural fibers, artificial fibers. Natural fibers means which will be obtained, which will be occurred, which will get from the natural resources like plants and animals. Natural fibers examples are cotton, wool, silk. Cotton will be obtained from the cotton seeds and silk will obtained from the animal resources like a silkworms and natural is a wool. Wool is a fiber which will be obtained, natural fiber which will obtain from the animal resources like a sheep's or goat skins. Now let us go for this elaborately with the help of a this PPTs and videos. What are fiber and how these are made up of? We'll clearly see this one. See children, cloths are made up of fabrics. Cloths are made up of fabric. Already said that cloths are made up of fabrics. Fabric means a simple thread or a simple filament from which this all these what do you call the cloth fabrics are made up of. And fabrics are made up of fibers. Fabrics are made up of fibers. Fiber means already said children, it's a simple thread or it is a simple filament from which these fabrics are made up of. Now fibers are mainly two types: natural fibers. Now natural fibers means we can say cotton, jute. These are the raw materials mainly for natural fibers. Cotton seeds, jute, and silk, and also we can say wool. So next, synthetic fibers means artificial fibers. They are examples of synthetic fibers are nylon, rayon, acrylic, and polyester. These are the main types of these synthetic fibers. Synthetic means artificial. Synthetic fibers, they are nylon, rayon, or polyester, or you can say, or what say, they are acrylic. These are the artificial raw materials are useful. Natural raw materials like a plant seeds or what are called sheep's skin, goat skin, and what do they say? Silkworms are useful for natural fibers. So cloths are made up of fabrics and fabrics are made up of fibers. And there are natural fibers such as cotton, jute, silkworm, wool. And synthetic fibers, example, nylon and rayon. Now, next. Natural and synthetic fibers are made up of monomers. Natural and synthetic fibers are made up of monomers, we can say. Natural and synthetic fibers are made up of monomer. What is meant by a monomer and what is meant by a polymer? Monomer means mono means single. A single unit which is made up of a means a unit which is made up of a single unit, simplest unit, which cannot be simplified into two or more units. That is known as a monomer. Poly means many, which is made up of, which consists of, which is a combination of many monomers. See, now, so natural synthetic fibers are made up of monomers and synthetic fibers. Monomer. What is meant by a monomer? A monomer is a chain of many small units. It's also a chain of it's chain only, but made of main is a it consists of many small units. Poly means many, and mer means part or a unit. So a single unit is called monomer, and mono means single or one. Already we discussed. This is monomer. This is known as monomer. Monomer. Okay. Now we will go for polymer. What means a polymer? Children. So what means a polymer? Poly means many, which is a combination of many smaller units or many singular units or many simpler units. That will called as a polymer. Polymer. See, several units of the same monomer can bond to form a long chain or a polymer. So a polymer is a large sized molecule. So many number, several means it may be more than one. So many same monomers, same simpler units will bond, means combine. This is known as bonding. Will combine and they will be obtained. So like that. These are the small bonding. Then a polymer is a large sized molecule. A polymer is a large sized molecule. Next. So it is a long chain like molecule is known as a polymer. Polymer occur in both natural and synthetic fibers. Polymer occur both in natural and synthetic fibers. Natural fibers are, already I said children, plant-based natural fibers come from polymers of cellulose, whereas animal-based natural fibers are come from protein polymers. Plant-based natural fibers means cotton, jute, whereas what you call they will come from cellulose of plants, whereas animal-based natural fibers are come from protein are known as or will come from protein polymers like a wool, like a silk. Now synthetic fibers. Synthetic fibers means artificial fibers or synthetic polymers means artificial polymers which are made from chemical substances in laboratories or chemical plants. Means due to the chemical reactions, these many smaller units which will undergo chemical reactions and then we will get a fiber. That fiber is known as a synthetic polymer and or synthetic fiber. Synthetic polymer or synthetic fiber. So like that we have difference between natural fiber and artificial fiber. Okay. Artificial fiber resources are synthetic chemicals. Natural fiber resources are plants, animals. Now natural fibers example cotton will be obtained from the cotton plants, cotton seeds. Cotton is made up of a cellulose, one of the many polymers found in nature. In nature, that's why it is known as a natural fiber. Cotton. See cellulose polymer. Cotton is made of cellulose, one of the many polymers found in nature. The polymer cellulose made of repeated means repeatedly combination of same units. Repeatedly combination of many same monomers. Glucose. That is a cotton. Now we will go for next one. Nylon, which is a synthetic fiber. Synthetic fiber. So nylon is made up of mainly water, air, and coal, etc. Nylon is also a polymer which is also made from two different monomers. They are made from two different monomers that repeat in a same pattern. See, these two are different monomers. This is a one monomer, and next one is another monomer, another monomer. Whereas in natural fiber, we have same type of monomers. We have same type of monomers. That's the difference. So like that, we have what we call difference between natural fiber and artificial fiber. Then that to be mainly between cotton and nylon. Between cotton and nylon. So now, depending on the units that form a polymer, we get different fibers. Based on their origin, means from where we will get. Fibers can be classified as natural fibers and synthetic fibers. Like that, we can able to depending upon the what we call origin and depending upon the fibers we can say. See, natural fibers, cotton, wool, jute, silk. Synthetic fiber, polyester, nylon, acrylic, and what we called rayon. So these are the main differences between natural fibers and artificial fiber. Cotton is a natural fiber. Wool is a natural fiber. This is a synthetic fiber. It's made up of two different fibers. Okay. And even acrylic also. Acrylic also looks like a wool only, but it is also a what we call artificial fiber. Artificial fiber. So like that we have differences between natural fiber and artificial fibers. Next we will go for type synthetic fibers. Synthetic fibers. Now up to now we discussed about synthetic polymers. Now we will discuss regarding synthetic fibers. What are synthetic fibers? Synthetic fibers. Examples of synthetic fibers are, see, they are asking, boy is asking question. What is asking question? Why don't you wear clothes made up of cotton fibers when you go out to play? Mother is asking to boy, why don't you wear cotton cloths made up of cotton fibers when you are going to play? Now, why we need what to call this type of what to say synthetic fibers? Already, when nature is giving, when we from nature we are getting this natural fibers, then why human beings when what you call searched for alternatives? That's the question. Because there is a difference is there. Now, if when you have to play, we need what we call cloth which absorbs the what we call sweat and which will allow the flow of air into our body, which makes our body what we call cool, not warm. So like that. So what the boy is giving answer? Boy is telling that okay. Cloth made up of natural fibers are more suitable for warm climate as it allows our skin to breathe. This is the main what you called usage of the natural fiber. If we use fibers which are cloths which are made up of natural fibers, they are more suitable for a warm climate because they will allow our skin to breathe. Means to go to what you call flow of air. So that was the what you call answer given by the this mother. Now, then why do we use synthetic fibers? That's the question. If natural fibers are suitable for us, if natural fibers are very useful for us, if natural fibers are useful for us for what we call breathe and to keep our body warm, then why do we use synthetic fibers? That doubt, what do you call this? One of the eighth class boy got the doubt. Then what do you call why we need synthetic fiber? Because natural fibers have certain drawbacks, means certain limitations, means they doesn't have strong as synthetic fibers, they are not reliable, and they what to say in order to obtain these natural fibers they're more expensive, means more not affordable, they are not affordable, and whenever we want won't get natural fiber, we cannot make natural fiber. These are the main drawbacks. They are not reliable, they are expensive, they are not affordable. Okay, and in desired way, in desired form, we won't get this type of fibers. So why human beings searched for This natural, artificial fiber, synthetic fibers. These are the drawbacks of what to say natural fibers. Cotton and linen, they wrinkles easily. Means we'll get this type of what you called lines very easily. Silk has to be handled delicately. Okay, because it is costly, it is very expensive, and it is not suitable for summer. Okay, and it should be handled delicately. It should be handled delicately. And wool shrinks. Shrinks means if you're going on use wool, then it will be shortened. It will be shortened very easily after washing, and is not moth resistance. Means it absorbs what we call dust easily. It absorbs dust easily. It is not moth resistance. As these natural fibers have their own what to say drawbacks and limitations. So, in 1664, the English scientist Robert Hooke explored the possibility of producing artificial silk. After more than 200 years, the first artificial fiber, after more than 200 years, the first fiber rayon was invented. So, in that way, synthetic human beings searched for alternatives. Searched for alternatives. Okay. Not only what you call means because of this drawbacks, or because of what you call limitations of this one. In the early 1880s, the first commercial production of rayon form from wood pulp. Even though it is obtained from wood pulp, it is known as a synthetic fiber because it will undergo many chemical reactions. Caused a sensation. Rayon was invented by Hilary de Charnot. Okay, wood pulp chemically treated, and we'll get rayon. That's why it is synthetic fiber only. It is not natural fiber. Then which fiber is completely synthetic? Nylon. Nylon is completely synthetic. Nylon. Dr. W.H. Carter's invented nylon in 1937. It brought about a revolution in the fiber industry because it is as much strong as wire, metal wire. It can be what you call useful in many articles. Okay. Who invented this one? Carter's. W.H. Carter's. In that way, what you call human beings searched for this artificial fibers. Nylon, the miracle fiber, created a revolution in the fiber industry. Nylon had various uses, and people were fascinated with the beauty, strength, and durability of the fiber. Nylon is useful in tires. Nylon is useful in the what you called parachutes, in tents, in ropes, in toothbrushes, in socks, in car seat belts, in sewing threads, in parachutes. That's why nylon became a greater revolution in what to say fiber industry. Okay. There are many other synthetic fibers like polyesters and acrylic are commonly used synthetic fibers by us, by human beings. So polyester is also known as wash and wear, easily washable and wear. Poly plus ester, many esters, is made up of many units of set of chemical compounds called esters. Esters. Okay, like that we have. Synthetic fibers. In the among the synthetic fibers, polyester is cheap, low cost, easy to wash, and it remains wrinkle free. It won't get what you call stress that marks easily. Terylene and Decron are polyester fibers. So no need of ironing, easily washable, and it is not wrinkable. It is not wrinkable. So polyester became one of the greater revolution in the cloth industry. PET PET bottles, you might have heard. PET polyethylene or PET means polyethylene terephthalate is a common polyester. It is used to make synthetic fibers and plastic objects. So which was given by Winfield and Dixon. Winfield and Dixon. So like that synthetic fibers we come to know about that one. PET polyethylene. PET means polyethylene PET bottles. You are nowadays we are going on using this polythene what you call polyethylene bottles, polyethylene bag everywhere. PET. This is the symbol. One ring symbol will be there. One ring is what you call we will call polyethylene. PET. Hmm. So, like this, what you call we have as acrylic is a cheap wool. It looks like a natural wool only, but it's artificial wool. Nowadays, we are using this wool for sweaters, shawls, and blankets. Because if a natural wool, if you think, then India only consists of 120 crore people. 120 crore people, if they need at least one blanket or one sweater or one shawl, then how many goats, how many sheep we had to be required to get that type of what you call to prepare the sweaters. So they are not natural fibers. They are what you call artificial fibers, which we'll call acrylic. So this is a quite interesting. So in this way, yes, indeed, now you can even share what you know with your friends in school. The mother is telling. In this way, we do what you call we come to know about this what you call this about synthetic fibers. Synthetic fibers, children.